That's insane. No, I can't. Oh my gosh, that's terrible timing. I never got my Dua Lipa, bro. It's just so cold. And I don't sound good. We'll see who all comes in. But welcome to Herron's Highlights. If you're watching on the rerun, you can obviously skip this part, but, happy Thursday to all those that celebrate. We only have a couple more of those, and then, it's Super Bowl time. It's off season. Take a little bit of a chill break, but still be delivering some news. But yeah, we're some exciting matchups over the weekend. Sorry I wasn't present last week, but had some stuff going on. Wasn't able to shoot a video or even go live or anything like that. Chili Rainbow in the chat. What up? What up, Chili? Show don't start till Chili in the chat, man, for real. All right, so let's get started. We're just going to go over the 4 matchups. I'll save, the quickest one for last. But I'm going to start with, I think, honestly, the best game. Oh, I forgot to grab the times of these games. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, so hopefully that didn't kick anything out or do anything. But so for 4:30 Saturday, we have Buffalo at Denver, which is going to be an exciting matchup because we did have this game last year. It's just the other way around. Denver was at Buffalo, and Buffalo advanced. It was a good game, but it just showed that Denver wasn't there yet, and I believe that might be the factor again. I do like this Denver team. I like them a lot. I love their offense. I love their defense. My biggest concern for Buffalo, though, would be their run defense. However, I still think I favor Buffalo no matter what. I think that they built this team for this game, not in specific, but a playoff game. Any playoff game, they built this team for that. And I think that experience will be on the line. Bo Nix is 0-1 in the playoffs, like we said, it was last year. But Josh Allen is 8-6. I know a lot of people say that no rings doesn't matter, but the way I look at it, if you have more wins than losses in the playoffs, I still think that's pretty solid. I think that out of those 6 losses, a good amount of them have got to be, like, if not all Mahomes, then Mahomes and Lamar. I mean, I don't even know if Lamar's beaten him. I know one of them is the Houston. That was his first game. So really, he's like 8-5 since rookie year, which is really good. It's just he keeps getting stopped by the Chiefs. So I think that's a factor. Broncos are 8-2 in one-score games, so you already know that this game is going to be a close one. But really looking forward to it. I've got Buffalo +1 because they are the underdogs. And +1 is free money, essentially, if you're really confident in the underdog, which I am. I've got Buffalo 23-17. It's a one-score game. But I think Broncos are going to make it tight for sure. However, I can see Denver just steamrolling this team for sure. Nate V67 says, Sup. San Francisco at Seattle. Seattle, they are 7-point favorites. This is at 8 o'clock on Saturday. What a matchup this will be. Number 1 team in the NFC. They are going up against their rivals, the 49ers. They're 1-1 in head-to-head matchups this year. So playing Week 1, San Francisco took the dub. I was gonna say the win, and then Week 18, Seattle wins as well. Both really low-scoring games. Neither game reached over 20 points. So definitely the under is gonna hit, I believe. But I also have that being under 20. It's still gonna be a one-possession game. Ace says I got a Garama in a Tic Tac. I'm not too sure what that is, but welcome to Herron's Highlights. But playoff Purdy. I mean, he's 5-2, really well. Went to the Super Bowl, and then Sam Darnold's 0-1, the only game that we saw last year, and they ended up losing to a really good Rams team. It's just, I don't know if I believe in Sam Darnold all the way, but I do believe in the Seattle Seahawks. I think that this team is better than the Vikings team that he had last year. So I am going to go with Seattle winning the game 17-13, but I do think San Francisco will cover. Stacy Stuck says, hi, hello. But news, Sam Darnold said that they said he's questionable, but his oblique is hurting. He did say he will play. I do think that will be a factor. I don't know how much of a factor, considering the strength of this team. How much are they going to really need Sam Darnold? I do think that they're going to need him a lot, but he didn't do much in Week 18, and they still won. So, much in stat-wise. But San Francisco, this is very interesting. The last time they lost was week 18, but before that was week 10. So they've been one of the hotter teams. Two more to go. So we got the Rams at Chicago. Wait, I said 17-13 Seattle. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I can't remember if I said it. All right, so Rams at Chicago. Chicago plus 3.5. That's going to be an interesting game. It's at 3 o'clock on Sunday, and this is probably going to be the closest game, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be as electric as everyone says it's going to be. It all depends, I really think, on LA's defense. Now, if LA's defense can somehow truly step in, because they had a really rough second half of the season. They did allow, I think, 7 points to the Bucks, but I think that was that game. But they have not been as consistent as pressure-wise or just being as big of a factor, because we all know that you need both sides of the ball to do well. But I do believe that the second half of the season, the Rams have been really turning it up offensively, which has carried a lot of weight. So I think if LA's defense can play like they should play, they'll be all over this game. If they don't, and they, like we've seen last week, if they give up a really bad second half against Chicago, well, Chicago's been on fire in the second half, and it's at home. This team feels like it's them versus the world. I think that's a great mentality for a team to have, especially going into the playoffs. But the thing is, Chicago has to play all 4 quarters. Can they do that? That's LA's defense in Chicago playing all 4 quarters. Which team is going to do that thing better? I do believe that it's probably going to be the Rams, but I'm not too sure, man. I got Rams winning 31-24. Coin says, my man Eli going to be an exciting playoff weekend. Go Broncos. Rooting for you, Coin. I'm rooting for your happiness. Ollie West says, I got chips and queso. Hey, man, Papa Squat, enjoy the show for show. Smash the likes. You heard it here first from Coin. Smash that like button. Really appreciate it. It helps a lot. But I've got Rams winning 31-24 and then as well covering. And we're going to end the show pretty quickly because I think Houston's going to win. All right, 6:30 p.m. Sunday night. It's in New England, which is... Oh, no, it's actually in Houston. That's insane. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I wrote it down. I was writing way too fast. I was about to say, there's no way it's in Houston. But, that's insane. +3. So they've got New England as the favorite. But, I'm going to keep it a bean. I really think that, I think that they're going to do it. They haven't lost since November 2nd, and they lost 15-18 to Denver. This team has been on fire. Their offense has not been great, and they've still been winning games. I just don't have any more. That's the game I have my gut feeling on. I wouldn't put money down on it, but I really do think that Houston is probably the hottest team in football, or if not one of the hottest teams. But I think they've got it. So I think Buffalo's going to advance. I've got Houston. I think it's going to be a Buffalo versus Houston matchup. And then I've got the Rams versus the Seahawks, which is crazy because 3 of the 4 NFC West teams are still in the playoffs. Poor Cardinals, right? All right, y'all. That's it for the show. Short, little less than 10 minute, but that's usually what we try to do when it becomes playoff time. And it's not too much to talk about, but really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I promise the show will get better. It's just life be lifing, man. They really do be. But God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Y'all take care of one another. Love.